On November 26, 1847, Princess Marie Sophie Frederick Dagmar was born at the Yellow Mansion, an 18th-century townhouse located at 18 Amaliegade in the Amalienborg Palace complex. She was the second daughter and the fourth child of Princess Louise of Hesse-Kassel and Prince Christian of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Glucksberg, a princely cadet line. She was named after her kinswoman Marie Sophie Frederick of Hesse-Kassel, Queen Dowager of Denmark, as well as the well-known medieval Danish queen, Dagmar of Bohemia, and was baptized as a Lutheran in the Yellow Palace with Queen Caroline Amalie of Denmark serving as her godmother. She had grown up with the name Dagmar. She spent her entire childhood being referred to as Minnie among her family. By the end of 1863, Dagmar was regarded as one of Europe's most sought princesses since she was the daughter and sister of the kings of Denmark and Greece and the sister-in-law of the Prince of Wales. Crown Prince Umberto of Italy proposed to her, but she wasn't eager to wed him because she didn't think he was attractive. Her mother perceived a higher prestige in the possibility of Dagmar marrying into the Russian imperial dynasty. She was also hesitant to support such a union. Princess Dagmar was one of the prospects Alexander II of Russia considered when looking for a wife for Tsarevich Nicholas Alexandrovich, the heir apparent. The emperor made his initial queries about a potential engagement as early as 1860. Dagmar's uncle had married the sister of the emperor, so there were already familial links between the two households. The Danish royal family was residing at Fredensborg Castle when Nicholas, the Russian Empress Maria Alexandrova's son, arrived there during the summer of 1864. While Nicholas had never seen Dagmar, he had been collecting pictures of her for a while, and both families approved of the union. Nicholas and Dagmar were attracted to one another when they first met, and Nicholas wrote to his mother.
I can't even begin to tell you what happened when we arrived to Friedenborg and I finally met the adorable Dagmar. I arrived here as though I had a fever. How should I put it? She is beautiful, forthright, intelligent, and shy all at the same time. In person, she is much more beautiful than she appears in the images we have seen thus far.
Dagmar and Nicholas wrote each other love letters every day for months as Nicholas traveled on to Florence. Writing less and Dagmar mockingly asking him if he had fallen in love with a dark-eyed Italian. In April, Nicholas fell dangerously ill with cerebrospinal meningitis. According to a telegraph Alexander II of Russia sent to Dagmar informing that Nicholas has received the last rites and they need prayers and if she could come. Nicholas passed away on April 22, 1865, in the presence of his parents, brothers, and Dagmar. His dying hope was that Dagmar would wed Alexander III, his younger brother. Nicholas' passing crushed Dagmar. As she returned to her kingdom, Princess Dagmar was so broken-hearted that her family was very concerned for her health as Nicholas' parents had to tear Princess Dagmar away from the corpse and carry her out. Being deeply attached, she frequently reminisced about her intended home, a vast, far-off country called Russia. Several people felt sympathy for Dagmar. According to Princess Mary Adelaide of Cambridge and Queen Victoria, how horrible for poor Dagmar, the unfortunate parents and bride are most truly to be regretted, and poor beloved Minnie's sadness and the blight that has fallen over her young life, respectively, were written in their respective letters. Maria Alexandrova and Alexander II of Russia had become fond of Dagmar and desired for her to wed their new heir, Tsarevich Alexander. In a heartfelt letter, Alexander II expressed his desire for Dagmar to continue to see herself as a member of their family. Maria Alexandrova pleaded with Louise of Hesse-Kassel to send Dagmar to Russia right away, But Louise insisted that Dagmar needed to strengthen her nerves to avoid emotional upsets. At first, both Dagmar, who sincerely mourned Nicholas, and Alexander, who was in love with his mother's lady-in-waiting Maria Meshkovskaya and tried to renounce his position as heir to the throne, Alexander made the decision to visit Denmark against parental pressure. On June 17, he got down on one knee and asked her to marry him when they were having a picnic at Hellbake Beach in Elsinore. She said yes. On June 23, the engagement was declared at Fredensborg Palace. Alexander and Dagmar both adopted the idea of getting married right away, and they soon came off as truly excited. On November 9, 1866, the magnificent wedding took place in St. Petersburg's Winter Palace's Imperial Chapel. Her parents couldn't afford to go to the wedding, so they sent her brother Crown Prince Frederick in their place. The Princess of Wales was unable to attend due to pregnancy, but her brother-in-law, the Prince of Wales, had made the trip to St. Petersburg for the ceremony. The newlyweds moved into the Anichkov Palace in St. Petersburg, where they lived there for the following 15 years while spending extended vacations at their summer home, Livadia, in the Crimean Peninsula. The two brooches shown contain free-swinging pendants and settings in both gold and silver. The first brooch is a cluster with an oval diamond that weighs 17.25 carats, is beautiful and very pink in color, and is surrounded by 12 huge diamonds that total 24 carats in weight. Similar to the two pendants on the left and right, the huge pendant, which weighs 28.25 carats, originates from ancient India. The carat weight is 8 and 8.45 carats. It is clear that the brooch was made after 1834 based on the fact that a huge diamond drop was sold by a Hungarian merchant by the name of Bitterman in 1834. The importance and extraordinary creative elegance of the second brooch are highlighted. The top is set with a huge round pearl measuring 152 grains, which is fixed on an openwork gold mount and encircled by 10 enormous diamonds totaling 24.94 carats. A gorgeous round, 9.69 carat pink diamond is set in the center. A free-swinging 308-grain egg-shaped pearl hangs from the drop-shaped pendant, which is encircled by 14.15 carat diamonds. These diamonds are chosen for their purity and each have a very slight yellow tint. The Pearl Napoleon, which had a weight of 346.27 grains and was the largest pearl known to have existed in Europe at the beginning of the 19th century, was the largest pearl of this type. On a portrait from 1874, the Empress Maria Feodorovna is depicted wearing the imperial sapphires, but the sketch was made to commemorate Maria Alexandrova's wedding. She married Alfred, Duke of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, afterwards Duke of Edinburgh, who was the son of Queen Victoria of England, and was the daughter of Alexander II. The Queen, who was unable to attend, dispatched an artist to capture the events in several sketches for her. Empress Marie Feodorovna of Russia is seen donning an extravagant diamond and sapphire festoon necklace together with other jewelry pieces from a matching parure. Late 19th century, the necklace, which features an enormous 159-carat sapphire, was taken following the revolution and eventually vanished. One of her earliest photographs, taken around 1869, shows her wearing this pendant as she holds her young son, the future Tsar. It is mounted with a round pearl inside a circular cut diamond knotted ribbon and suspending a smaller circular pearl and another drip-shaped pearl with rose-cut diamond cap and cushion-shaped diamond surmount. Grand Duchess Zinnia, her daughter, initially gave Queen Mary of England the necklace after the Empress passed away. Afterwards, on June 22, 1934, came back to Zinnia. After that, Zinnia gave it to a wealthy friend of the Romanov and Yusupov families named Lady Lydia de Turding. Lydia was always updating her jewelry collection, and she purchased this jewel from the Grand Duchess after receiving a letter from the latter confirming its provenance. It quickly rose to the top of Lydia's most prized possessions.